Alright, Shalom. I want to give all praise to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. And salutations to you sincere laborers out there pushing this truth. And all sincerity and faith and honesty. Alright. You brothers out there week in and week out pushing this truth. Help for the sealing elect. Alright. All you brothers are important part of the body. Alright, we have our heads. You brothers out there doing the footwork. Call out y'all Bashim Yahushai. Alright, second esdras 16:1. And as you can see in post-production, I'm gonna focus on the point in second esdras 16 verse 6, the first part of it. Alright. So without further ado, I'm just getting to it because nuclear war and the destruction of America is prophesied in the scriptures. Okay, so it's nothing that we can do, to pretty much escape this nuclear destruction. All right, as far as America, Lord willing, we be part of the elect, we get delivered. I'm saying it's nothing you can do, man. The scriptures say, just get right into it. Second Esdras 16:1. Woe be unto thee, Babylon. America, woe be unto thee, Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. Gird up yourselves with cloths of sack and hair. Bewail your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. So, when we go out there on the highways and byways, we're supposed to let these people know, hey, the destruction that's coming to these nations, not only to our people, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, but also you other heathen nations, all right? A sword is sent upon you, all right? And who may turn it back? All right? Destruction is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? Ultimately, that's talking about the nuclear missiles, man. All right? Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? And it's the point right here, as you can see in post-production. It's the point I wanted to focus on. May any man drive away a hungry lion in the wood? All right? May any man? All right? It's hard to drive away a hungry lion, man. You can't. You just being a mortal man yourself. You can't drive away a hungry lion in the wood. Or may anyone quench the fire in the stubble when it hath begun to burn? May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer? The mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? Alright, those plagues can come in the form of, diseases. Those plagues also can come in the form of weapons. Alright, but the point is, no man can drive these plagues away because the Heavenly Father has sanctioned it and has prophesied it. Alright, no man can send these plagues away. Like it says, can a man drive away a hungry lion in the wood? No. So as a man can't drive away a hungry lion in the wood, a man cannot drive away these plagues that is going to begin to destroy and consume the masses of the people on the planet. It says, a fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it? He shall cast lightnings, and who shall not fear? He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid? Alright, because people has lost the faith in the Lord, alright? They lost faith in the Lord, especially our people. Alright, I deal with that shit all the time, man. Our people don't have faith in the Lord, alright? They just don't have faith anymore. That's why the Lord said when he come back, he said, shall he find faith on earth? Because our people lack faith. But Kahala y'all Bashim Yahushai, man, for giving us brothers this faith to keep enduring this thing, man. Because without faith, man, we wouldn't be able to keep striving and going strong. Verse 11, second Esdras 16. The Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence? It's like in second Esdras 16. The earth quaketh, and foundation thereof are the sea ariseth, the waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof also, before the Lord and before the glory of his power. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. Alright, and symbolically, it's talking about nuclear missiles. Because a man cannot shoot an arrow from one end of the earth to another. Alright? So, according to Esdras, the arrows looked like a big, it's like the nuclear missiles, the ICBM, intercontinental ballistic missiles, looked like big arrows, alright? And they were being shot from one end of the world to another. Alright? It says, behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. Alright? The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. Woe is me, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? Alright, so Ezra is saying, who's going to deliver me in those days, man? Because Ezra saw, that's a reincarnation scripture. Because Ezra saw that destruction of that nuclear war. Alright, and he's asking, who's going to deliver me in those days? Okay. Verse 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine, plagues, and tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Alright, so they're going to be wicked into the end, to the destruction, to the death. Okay? But like I say, the post-production, the point I wanted to focus on, it was Second Ezra 16:6. May any man drive away a hungry lion in the wood? Alright, so the nuclear destruction is coming, man. You cannot drive away that destruction. Nobody can. It's according to the Heavenly Father's will. It's Isaiah 55:11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. Alright, so it's been prophesied that America will be destroyed by nuclear missiles. There will be a nuclear war according to the Holy Scriptures, man. So it's nothing that man can do. Alright, it's nothing that you can, just because your unbelief, it's nothing you can do to stop these nuclear missiles from hitting America. Alright, so with that, I'm going to give all praise to Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai, that once held apostles, a great millstone, and salutations to you sincere laborers out there pushing this truth in sincerity and faith and honesty. Shalom.